A little more. I think I am live. And I'm doing it with StreamYard. So I have no clue. I copied the link that is this video, but it's at the top of my browser. And so I don't know how to invite people to come join in. And the reason I'm doing the StreamYard right now is because I had checked my bank account and Zoom auto pay took an auto pay from me, stole my money from my bank, and so yeah, I'm gonna try and tilt this up a little bit, but putting something in this little box behind, prop it out a little more. I don't know. Now I'm in the picture. Now I don't know how my. Let me see if got it on YouTube. Your channel and mute and go and get the pop out chat. So do the Zoom plus. No, one plus. Go back. Get the chat going here. I don't see anybody in chat. I don't know if anybody's watching. Let me see. Go forward again. Let's see if anybody's watching. Is it going to tell me 0, 200? I don't know, 5 watching. So there's 5 watching. I don't know if I can get the link in here. I don't know how to do it for StreamYard. What link? And doing it with the phone and all that. Hey, Huff. Is it showing me my YouTube chat on this? That's one thing nice with the StreamYard. Oh, shut up, Jack. Jeez. Yeah, it is. Good. So I don't have to have the YouTube chat running. And this dog, he goes, I know you're live, so I'm going to start being a pain in your ass. I'm going to let him out. Go, dum-dum. Boy, the other night it was like 10 below 0 or so. And the ice built up in the door jamb. So I opened the door to let the dog out. When I go to close it, it won't latch because there's ice that kept it from closing all the way and latching. Oh, so I had to tie onto the door handle and tie it to the handle that you hold when you know there's a like a handicap rail alongside the door you can grab when you go out the door. Jack's a good pup. Puppers, yeah. Yeah, I like that. StreamYard. On StreamYard, I have the chat going on here. I wish it would. How do I? But I can't chat. Yeah, I don't have. There's no text box for me to type a chat in, so I can read your. I can see your stuff on there. -10 is not worth the cold. No, it's not worth going out in -10. But I've gone out in -10 in my underwear just for a minute. I'm back in. I've been out there barefoot and there's something about the book and you know the bullets. You didn't see the bullets in the book? No, gotta find a bullet. There. You see? There's a bullet at the end of each chapter. Each chapter has a bullet at the end. This is boom, boom, boom. Wait for the bomb. The bomb is the bullet. The bomb are related. The fuse fires the bullet. Hey, Tim. Yeah, I like the Streamlab. It puts that right on there. And so I think it's StreamYard.com/6Y-HZQUS39. Maybe I'll write it down and hold it up to the camera because it doesn't give me. Well, I take that back. I can go in the chat on YouTube, but I don't know if that's if that's the link to invite people to. But we can try it. I don't have Ben knows StreamYard better than anybody, right? He's not here. But there are bullets at the end of every chapter. Oh yeah, I had to tell old Greg when he goes to court, bring up. Well, two can keep a secret if one of them's dead. I looked at that ridiculous stuff, and it's a copyright claim. It's like ain't no copyright claim to make. For one, when a lot of the stuff Greg is from his own videos, and yet if your guest says something on your video, then they, if they wanted a copyright on that, they should have said so when they came on, before they came on your video. If you come on as a guest on my video or Greg's video or anybody's stream, and you're a guest on their video, then they have a right to use that content that you did on their video. Because you knew what just being on their stream, give them authorization. And I'm still trying to get this. How am I going to get it in there? Do it that way. Do the pop out again. Pop out. Then I'll go back because I don't want that running. Oh, I think it's HTTPS, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So there, I think this link will work. I'm gonna put it in the https:// oh, was it StreamYard or www stream? I think it's StreamYard. StreamYard.com//6Y HZ QUQS 39. Enter. And pin that. Boom. So now that should be the link. Adios. That's okay. Thank you. Dios. This beetle. I don't know Spanish, but I kind of get the picture. Gracias. Thank you. Yeah. You know, if somebody, I think the way that that lawyer injected into the lawsuit, I think a lot of us can do that. Just make it, oh my God, what are they doing to me? Yeah. I mean, that last video, I was accused of all kinds of shit. And it's like, oh, when did I do this? Oh, you're, okay. Now you are slandering me. And I can bring a defamation lawsuit against you, you lousy bitch. You know? Yeah, and it's not slander because all I said was lousy bitch. I didn't name not said, but person knows that's about me. Yeah, well, it probably is about you, but I didn't say your name, so there's no slander, no defamation. We're talking about what's happening in our community, that there is a dirtbag bringing up lawsuits and trying to sue other people because they don't agree with dirtbag. Hey, Bobby. Bobby Brass. Yeah. I had a cop one time. He said, I didn't know if you had brass balls or if you just robbed a bank. I said, well, I didn't rob a bank. So it must have been the brass balls. Cheaters cheat, liars lie, lawyers sue. That's just what they do. Yeah. Forrest should have put a thing at the end of the book. Lawyers are not qualified to win this prize because they will use their profession as a dirty trick on all the other searchers and use it unfairly, unjustly, and against all codes of ethics. A little farted. There's a bullet at the end of every chapter. Every chapter has a bullet. Everybody, what's that little square at the end of the chapter? Every chapter has that little square at the end. Those are called bullets in a PowerPoint presentation, the little square. And then we have the 1960s, a little square, 1970s, a little square, 1980s. You know, they're bullet points. And arrowheads are spear points. Well, actually, if they're more than 1,400 years old, they're spear points. They're not arrowheads. And they could have had different size spears even. They say the bow and arrow wasn't invented till like 1,600 years ago or so, and I think that's bullshit. I think they had wheels back then too. Before I think they had wheels in North America before they had wheels in Egypt. Gold single digits. No, it's 29 here. Hey, John Teeter. Wasn't there a time traveler named John Teeter? Hey, Davio. I didn't see Davio. Where's Davio? I didn't see him. Oh, he is. There he is. A bullet. Yeah, Davio put a bullet on there. Susie said, I thought bullets were round. I said, oh, you've never seen a PowerPoint presentation. That's funny. The PowerPoint people are going, Garvin seen the bullets and we didn't. Every chapter there was a bullet at the end. Yeah. Yeah, Davio's there. Oh, I like this. And the chat's right there on the StreamYard page when I'm going to go to StreamYard. But I guess to invite guests, I have to have emails or guests. What's it say? Yeah, I can invite a guest but what's it? Oh, QS. Yep. So that is the link. That is the link that I put at the top. If somebody wants to join in. I don't know if StreamYard is going to put an alert on the screen to let them in. This first time using this. And I'm only using it. I still have Zoom, but they renewed my subscription automatically and took $170 from my bank, and I want that money back. So that's why I'm not using Zoom right now, because I'm going to ask for my money back from Zoom, because I didn't intend to subscribe another year. And if I did, I would have only done a month at a time. 22. Oh yeah, and then Forrest Fenn wouldn't sell Wallace Beery, or Long John Silver is his name. Wallace Beery was Long John Silver in Treasure Island, and he wouldn't sell him any 22 caliber bullets. The bullets were important. Spear, dart, arrow, gun. Yeah. Well, spears and arrows are bullets. BBs are bullets. Cannonballs are bullets. Bombs are bullets. Big bullets. I don't think he put a limit on the size of what a bullet can be. A BB, or it can be a atomic bomb. Bombs and bullets are the same thing. They kill. And yeah, John Connolly was his partner. John Connolly was shot with a bullet when JFK was shot with a bullet. That's why Jackie Kennedy, he's got these stories. Here's these people, all these people in my stories. A lot of these people were shot with a bullet. He talked about the Lincoln Memorial and the marble and stuff, but the marble, Lincoln, all of that wasn't the key thing in there that it was the subtle hint of the bullet. Oh, thanks, Bobby. So nothing in the box. It's a bullet. That's what I would say. The old song, El Paso song by Marty Robbins. I feel the bullet go deep in my chest. There's the bullet is in the chest. And the stick was a weapon. Look at the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey, and the monkeys and the stick. The stick was the first. Strike him over the head with the stick and kill him just like a bullet does. But bullets are just, and even a gun. If you got your gun, and why is there wood on? Because that represents the stick, the stock is, and I gotta fix that screw. It's too long. There was a screw missing, and I bought a screw that the right size, but it's a little too long. I gotta cut it off a little bit, and that piece is a little loose. But yeah, this is 1956 Sears and Roebuck 22 Higgins model 2022 rifle. It holds 18 bullets. I think there's some in it. I'm gonna put it back here. Oh. Yeah, steady Woody. No, it's not a Marlin. It's a H.C. Higgins. It's the Sears and Roebuck brand. I love them all. Good 80s songs because they remind me there my baby was most wild. Oh, what was that song? That my baby, they shot him down. Leader of the pack, right? Yeah, leader of the pack. Give me back my bullets. I seen that band in 1977 at the Oakland Coliseum Day on the Green with Leonard Skinner, I think Ronnie Montrose, and Sammy Hagar might have been there, but it was in Edgar Winter, Johnny Winter, and Leonard Skinner, and bunch of them old bands. So yeah, it's not telling me if anybody's waiting, or I don't know. But I was just, those bullets at the end of every chapter. That's why those bullets are at the end of every chapter, because the bullet was it. Peggy told us what it was. Peggy said, call it the bullet because it is shot. Yeah. I'd rather not be talking to myself. Tucker Marshall. Who's Tucker? Tucker Marshall. Oh yeah. Yeah, Marshall Tucker. Yeah. Yeah, I'd seen him. If he was at that concert, but I seen him at another concert. I think I seen Marshall Tucker with Green Grass and High Tides Forever. Do, do, do. The Outlaws. And I saw the Outlaws at Joshua's, paid $14 to get in. And right after I got in, I was walking across the dance floor and I found $14 on the floor. Yeah, I saw Led Zeppelin. I went to Led Zeppelin's last concert at the Oakland Coliseum. And I guess security guys had a problem with Bonham about something happened to his son or something. And Bonham got in a fight with the security guards. And that was the end of Led Zeppelin. But I got in for free. What was that? Was that 78? I think that was 78 because it was when I got back from vacation. I went on a trip across country with my mother and my brother. And then my dad flew out and met us in Pennsylvania and rode back with us. Speaking of Zeppelin, here comes Zoso. Hey, Zoso. Last concert in the U.S. Yep. $1980 in Germany. Oh, well, I went and seen Jimmy Page with Robert Plant, and they had an African orchestra at the McNichols Arena in. It had to be 1989. It had to be 1989 because I had my broken leg. My ankle was broken, and so I went in with a cast and got handicap seating. Didn't have to sit up in the nosebleed. Because I had broke my ankle at A Basin. Was that when I? Yeah, it had to be. It seemed that was Super Bowl. Now I'm confused. When did I break my leg? I thought it was in May or something that I broke. No, I guess it was January or so. So maybe it was 1990 that I broke my ankle. My timeline's getting messed up. Bobby Brass, Trower, Robin Trower, yeah. And I've met Davey Patterson, who was the lead singer for. Was he the lead singer for Robin Trower? And then he went to Gamma. The 80s, dude. Yeah, whoa. Yeah, there's a bullet at the end of each chapter. And nobody's seen the bullet. And you know, the pictures from the Kennedy thing are, you couldn't tell if Forrest was one of the security detail that were with him. He doesn't tell us much about his military between once he went to the pilot school. I guess that was in the 50s or like 53 or so. And then we jumped to being shot down in 68. We don't know much of what happened in between there. What he did before he was shot down. Yeah, I seen Joe Satriani at the House of Blues in Orlando or Disney. It's downtown Disney. That ain't a bullet, it's the knife. A cool knife. Somebody asked, I found it here on my land. That's our Stevie Ray Vaughan. I seen his brother in 1979. Yeah, it had to be 79 at the Fabulous Thunderbirds. And 79, I think Stevie Ray was still around. That he died in 82 or something? And Forrest did mention Yoko Ono, so there's another link to a bullet, you know. Ford's Theater, Ford, there's the Ford again. The movie Bullet, the Ford. Run out of what to talk about here without somebody else to talk to. Do you feel like I do? All juiced up. Talk about no. You know, another reason not to renew Zoom. People leave me talking here forever, and I'm like struggling to keep it going, and then finally they come in. You know. What else going on? Still trying to get the phone things straightened out, and I thought I was, I was on T-Mobile telling them, discontinue that one number because the phone I had for it doesn't work. I returned the phone, and well, we have some deals, and I looked at the deals, and it's like, oh, I get this phone for free, and then I could keep a second number, but and then they will send you the confirmation. You gotta electronic sign it and return it. And oh, that's why they had to have me sign something and return it, because they weren't going to give it to me for free. They wanted to charge me $250 for it over the next 2 years. So I was like, no. I only said I'd get that other phone because it was free. Oh. And then their confirmation email, their signature confirmation email, it wasn't showing up in my inbox or anything. I finally found it in my trash, and I don't know why, because I didn't delete it. And I don't have something for it. Total shit shows here. Thousands of trees down from heavy snow. Broke them all. Oh, yeah. But that's not early snow there. That's not early for you. Not in January. I mean, here in Colorado, in Denver, back when I was married to this woman up in Denver, and in the house, she had an ash tree in the front yard, and there were still leaves on it before the leaves fell off, and it was like October, and there was a freak snowstorm came in, and because all the leaves were on the trees still, it broke the branches off. One of them fell right on her blazer, and I went out and I cut the whole. I went up the top of the tree with the electric chainsaw, and I cut all the branches off the tree. We piled, people came and got it for firewood, whatever. But ash is what they make baseball bats with. It's real hard wood, hard to cut. Mother Nature, all fucked up. No trees in Denver at ski feet, 5,000 feet. Oh, there are trees in Denver at 5,000 feet. It was an ash tree. There are trees in there. He's trying to be silly. Davio knows better than that. That's like Toby. Oh, there's no trees over 10,000 feet. Oh, well, I went up what is it, 11,500 feet or something, and Wolf Creek Pass, and there are trees there. They're thinner. I've seen trees up to about 12,000 feet in Colorado. They're all over green and very wet ground. Yeah. Why were they still green? Why? I don't understand why the trees. When fall came, the leaves should have fallen off. Hey, Luli. John Teeter, ash has a high shock load tolerance. Yeah. That's why they use them for baseball bats, I'm sure. That's why they make that crack. Right through the front door. I'll get it tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, when my last job I had was in New Hampshire, a place we made vacuum furnaces, and we had a company picnic, and we, had two little baseball teams, and so the one guy, the jock of the company, he picked his team, and so it was me. I had all the girls on my team, but they didn't know I could hit that ball. Boom. Because, and he kept wanting to go more innings because we were winning. Because I had like 12 runs. Every time I was at bat, I at least got to second base. And, but that really hurt. I was really sore after that. My body couldn't do that playing baseball stuff. I was very sore after that. Yeah, he kept, another inning. It's like, you're a sore loser. You already lost. No more innings. It's over. You lost. And then that company, I got fired right after I won the Super Bowl, the football pool on the Super Bowl, and that was like 2005. Yeah, 2005, I think it was, and it was like $200 for the final score, or it was like, I got like $600 out of the whole thing, because I won three innings, or three quarters and the end. So it was like I kicked ass. Nobody else won on the football pool that year but me. I got all the prizes on it. That if you're the new guy at the company and you win all 4 quarters of the football game, what kind of magic power this guy got? Guess. I got guess. Add. There we go. Did we add him?
What's happening, Bill?
Hi, Street.
How's it going tonight, man?
Testing out StreamYard.
I noticed that, man. What's the difference?
Well, when you got StreamYard on, it's free for one, and the other is the chat. The YouTube chat is on the screen too. So YouTube or Zoom, you don't have the YouTube chat sharing the screen. I'd have to open it on another device to see it.
Cool.
I have to open on another device to put something in chat, but yeah, I have to watch that guest thing. It'll put a little red button on it when there's a guest waiting. It says, "Oh, there's somebody there." Street.
Yeah, I started listening when you was talking about the concerts, man. I love sitting back thinking about all the concerts I went to through the ages.
Yeah, I had a spreadsheet of all the concerts I've been to with all the bands and everything. And there was over 250 bands on my
Wow.
list. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people, younger people, they're like, yeah, so what? Well, to me, it means something, especially the old time bands, man. That means something because a lot of them, they're not around no more. They're dying out.
And music lyrics are like the modern religion.
Yeah, they are spiritual, man. They come from the heart. They are. I agree.
Yeah, there's a lot of spiritual stuff in the music.
Hell, there's probably more wisdom in song lyrics than there is the Bible itself.
Yeah. And you got to remember the Bible was, I mean, edited by people who used the religion to control people.
Yep, I agree.
It's like the communist manifest, Marx's manifesto. They said,
Sad
well,
but true.
this Jesus guy, he's pretty powerful. We should use him to our advantage.
Leave it to man.
Yeah.
Only he could fuck up a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, people don't realize, it's like our brain is only a transmitter receiver. It's not really a brain. The real brain is the universe.
It just, we're lucky enough to tap into it here and there.
Yeah, everything is connected to it. You're geomagnetically and gravitationally connected to everything else.
Kind of makes you feel small, don't it?
It's like we're connected to the earth is connected to the sun is connected to the Milky Way is connected to the universe. We're a fraction of the whole.
E pluribus unum.
Yeah, from many one. What do you think about the bullets at the end of every chapter?
I heard you talking about that. That's it's the brown squares at the end of each of the chapters, right?
Yeah, the little squares. Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed it and I thought it definitely catches your attention, man. It really does.
I thought those represent the box. But no, they're bullets.
I looked at it as a box too. Is he thinking outside the box or inside the box in this chapter?
Well, when he said think inside the box, he was talking about those boxes.
Yeah.
Boxes.
That's what. Bullets. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I looked at them as boxes. They look like a damn box.
Yeah. But in a spreadsheet, they're bullets. I wonder what in the word processor, if they're probably listed as bullets.
What's the definition of bullet in PowerPoint? An idea conveyed or something?
It's it's a subject matter. Like the night, like I was saying, you have the bullet 1970s, bullet 1980s, and so you click on the 1970s, and it brings up a whole 1970, 71, 72. It's a reference, kind of.
So could he make the title of the chapter? Is he highlighting the title of the chapter type thing?
They're called bullet points.
Okay.
And so you're making a point, I guess. And there's 5 points to this subject. So you have 5 bullets, and each chapter is a bullet.
Well, a good gunfighter back in the day kept one chamber empty, right? So he didn't have like shoot himself type shit.
Yeah, I don't have one in the chamber,
Yeah, I think it
but
was. I saw a doc.
there's one in there.
I saw a documentary once. It's like the quick draws. They didn't want to like pull the trigger while they're pulling the gun out, so they always kept that first chamber empty.
Quick draw, McGraw.
Yeah, yeah. Wasn't he like green or purple? He was like a different color, right?
Um. Yeah, I think he had purple. He was a horse,
And
wasn't he?
He talked real slow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
And he had
they
that
have
little.
cartoons yet? I think old Popeye cartoons are outlawed.
He had that little Mexican dude with the sombrero. Wasn't that his little sidekick?
Speedy Gonzalez, the little Mexican mouse.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
Yeah. Come here, shake. Jack. You want it? Come over here. You're a silly dog, Jack. It's not too cold out tonight. It wasn't last night either. It's only 29.
Hell, here, man, the last probably 2 days, we're dipping down to like close to single digit. Well, like 17, 16 at night, 20s during the day.
Yeah.
We're close enough to the Canadian border. We get these Arctic blast, I think they call them, that come through. Luckily for us, all the snow that like Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia got at the same time, we were getting this Arctic blast coming down, and it kept us from getting the snow, man. It was that, so that was an added feature.
Yeah. He's whining at his food bowl. What are you whining about? There's food in there, Jack. Yeah, we got to 55 here today.
Holy shit.
Yeah, 55 for a high and 26 was a low. But the weather service didn't say it was, I think it said 40.
You're in like a high mountain plateau area, right?
Mountain Valley.
Yeah. That explains it.
Oh, it's the rift that goes, this valley goes down to Santa Fe and stuff, you know? I can go to, and I need to go down to Taos and have some dinner with a friend down there. Jack, don't whine. It looks like there's water in your bowl. What are you complaining about? I see water in there. But I'll fill it up. There, now you can't bitch. Yeah, what do you think about everybody should send their solution to the judge, right?
Which judge?
I mean, just flood them with your solutions, you know?
The judge in New Mexico or the judge in California?
The California one in Oakland.
Yeah. I guess it's one of those old cliches, be careful what you wish for scenarios, huh?
Yeah, that's my town, you know?
Yeah.
That's where I'm from.
I like the name of the city. It's Mountain View, if I'm not mistaken. That's a pretty cool. That's a pretty cool area.
That's where when I started going to school. That's where I went to kindergarten through second grade. Mountain View.
Yeah, that's a cool ass name, especially I'm given the theme of the thrill of the chase.
Yeah.
Is it in between 5,000 and 10,200 feet, Bill?
Mountain View? No, no, it's pretty much sea level.
Oh shit, that sucks.
It's right on the bay. So the bay is sea level.
Damn.
Moffett Field there. That's where they had the big blimps and all in the hangar. And Lockheed is there where they built a lot of things. My dad worked at Lockheed, was an electronics instructor at Lockheed.
Are they still called Lockheed Martin? Didn't they fuse together?
Yeah, I think that was what in the 70s or something.
I remember Lockheed Martin for
Yeah,
years.
they were two separate companies and they merged together. But my dad worked there when it was just Lockheed. And I remember my mother was going to pick him up from work or something, and I got my fingers shut in the car door.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's back when car doors were made of real steel too.
Yeah, that was like a what was it, like a 1961 station wagon, Chevy
Oh
wagon,
yeah.
Batmobile.
Yeah, the doors probably weighed a good 100 pounds apiece.
Yeah, the old 61 Bel Air. My
Did
dad
it
had
have the
Chevy.
rumple seats in the back row that folded up and you look
No,
backwards,
no,
or
that one didn't, I don't think. The next one we got did. And we were going across, I think that station wagon, we were going across the Gold Gate Bridge. My dad threw a cigarette out the window. It came back in the back window, and there was a mattress in the back. It caught the mattress on fire. And he had to stop in the middle of the Golden Gate Bridge and pull that burnt mattress out. That's a blaze, isn't it?
yeah, the good old days. It's back when seat belts were optional. If you wanted to go flying out the windshield, you could do it.
That's something that's something for your bucket list. Walk across the Golden Gate Bridge.
Do they allow you?
Yeah, yeah. They have nets to keep people jumpers.
I was going to say, I remember there was they kind of like didn't want people jumping off of it.
They have suicide nets under the bridge to catch people jumping off. And they got cameras watching and
You're not even allowed to jump off the damn bridge.
even if you jump in feet first, you can still get an enema that will kill you.
Hell, how high is it, Bill? 300-400 feet at least, right?
The freaking Enterprise goes under it.
Yeah.
The Carl Vinson goes under it. Yeah. Yeah, it's too high. I was but when I walked across, I was not walking across, and I looked over to the side, over on the Marin side of the bridge, the ocean side, Marin end of the bridge, and I swear there were sharks feeding on a seal or something down there. It was just a frenzy of splashing and stuff in the water, and that had to be sharks feeding on a seal.
Yeah. Yeah. Alcatraz is in San Francisco Bay or whatever, right? Alcatraz, same waters.
I've never been there. I've been around it. We went fishing around it. I caught a shark next to Alcatraz.
It has to be a food thing to drive the sharks, because I thought they enjoy warmer water. In San Francisco, man, it's pretty cold water even in the summer, right?
Yeah, I think the Great Lakes whites like cool water too. But the shark I got, I think it was a big tiger shark. or whatever. I was a kid, you know, and Jaws was out about that time, and yeah, me and the other kid on the boat, we weren't nice to that shark. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
Hey, people don't realize it, but Jaws fucked a lot of people's minds up. I didn't want. I'd swim in pools, swimming pools, but there was no way I'm going in fucking the ocean after that, man. No way.
I mean, you stab a shark 40 times and that thing's still alive. You know. And we dropped it in the ocean in the bay and took off. And when we took off, we saw it jump out of the water. You know, it's like holy smokes, what a tenacious animal.
Yeah, and they say hit it in its nose if it's attacking you. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, give it a bloody nose.
Okay.
That's a sensitive spot.
Yeah.
They got that film that covers their eyes to keep their eyes from getting hurt when they attack.
Yeah, same as alligators. Yeah, alligators and crocodiles have that membrane too.
Oh, maybe they're related. I used to watch the sharks attack schools of fish and seagulls and eat the seagulls. Water show was good. Yeah. Where did everyone go in chat? I don't know. Well, the street came in and I've been talking to the street and haven't been reading the chat as much. But doors are, yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, they say like a Glock. If you push a Glock up against something, pushing in the barrel, it pushes in the barrel, and you know when you push it up against something, and it won't fire if the barrel is pushed in like that.
It won't fire at all, or it'll misfire and like explode.
No, it won't fire at all.
Is that a new feature they've put into it?
No, that's something. No, that's mine's what? I got mine 20 years ago, and it's like that. Because that's one of the foolish things. I tested it, you know, and after I pulled the trigger, I thought, oh, I shouldn't have done that with my finger. Still got them. They're all here.
Valuable lesson. Valuable lesson.
Yeah. It's like, holy shit, man. If it would have gone off, I would have lost the finger. They shouldn't have had it loaded. But at least it was true.
So in other words, if someone pulls a Glock on you, just shove your hand over the barrel, right, and push the barrel in?
Yeah. Pretty much. It's like, you know, an 1/8 inch or something that moves. Just a tiny bit. It'll move in and then it won't fire if the barrel is pushed in.
Wasn't that a popular gun in law enforcement across the country for years?
Yeah, it was actually a Orlando detective told me that that's the kind of gun I should get.
How many's in the clip? What's it got? Like 16 shots, 12?
10.
How many?
10, 1 in the chamber and 10 in the clip.
Okay.
So 11 altogether. And then to do that, you have to put the clip in with 10, put 1 in the chamber, take the clip out, put another 1 in the clip, and put it back in. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I got me a new gun cleaning kit a few months ago and cleaned all my guns. All of them. Yeah, yeah, the whole stockpile, all three. I got 4 if you count the BB gun.
I like it with my little pump, Daisy pump.
Yeah, that's why I have a Daisy Winchester. Winchester and Daisy partnered up. That's what this one is. This one's a Winchester Daisy. Where does it say? Yeah, right there it says Winchester.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it has like the little opening slat on the side of that black area. You put up
yeah,
hell, I don't know how many. I've never counted. But in mine, I can put a shitload of BBs. But the little pellets, I have to put one at a time into it when I load it. Cock it, put it in there.
yeah, I use the BBs. I take out the mice in here with it.
Yeah, they're fun to shoot.
Jack gets pissed off at me when I do. He doesn't like me getting the BB gun out, and then he's being a little pain in my butt, Jack. Like the other Jack. Yeah. Yeah, Jack is a dog. He's a bronze sniffing dog.
I still can't. That's one of the most unusual narratives I've ever heard pushed in the 6 years I've been in the chase. I have a bronze sniffing dog, and we verified that this dirt had bronze in it. I've heard a lot of shit in my life. When I heard that, it was like, damn, how can you not make fun of that, man? I mean, you have to. At least I had to.
Well, the thing is, that was 6 months after I had the video with Jack animated talking, saying that he smelled the treasure out and went and peed on it.
Yeah.
I let his ass out again. He's in, out, in, out.
That was a funny video, Bill.
So nobody related that to that. That was the bronze sniffing dog named Jack. And there's a reason Forrest named his dog Willie. The bullets. It's raining bullets. No, where I found that Model A cowl, the rest of the car is too far away, and it's in a meadow shaped like a D. Somebody put it there on purpose. It didn't just crawl there.
It's an odd area too, right? It's not like a well-trafficked area.
It's not near a road.
Yeah.
I don't think the rest of the car is either. There used to be roads back whenever it was left wherever. And when I went looking for the rest of the car, I couldn't find the rest of the car. Where the guy told me it was. So whenever they took that part off, they might have taken the rest of the car and for the parts for some collector, you know.
Yep.
And since the gas tank had a bullet hole in it, they couldn't use that, so they left that in the field.
Yeah.
It's part of Forrest Fenn's thing. And he might have used a helicopter to put it there. If Forrest had a helicopter service, and his helicopter service was involved with running that power line up the mountain, then he probably could have picked up that cowl and just drop it. It'd take him 10 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
It was only like 3/4 of a mile.
I just watched one of your, I think it was about 5-year-old video. You were up in this dam area, and you were like going on both sides of the road, and then you went up on top and looked at the lake itself. I can't fucking remember. Hell, I'm a dopehead. I can't remember. But yeah, you was up on this rock, and that there was
Yeah.
a fire in the area. That was a pretty cool video. What was the name of that lake you were up above? It's like a dam.
That might have been Mountain Home. It wasn't in the forest, was it?
No, no. What the video started out, you're going up the road, and it's like a dirt road, gravel
Yeah.
road. Well, and
Yeah.
you're heading to this dam, like Saint
Yeah.
Fire Dam or something, and you stop and you get out on both sides of the road. There's an aspen grove, but you end up on top, like looking down onto this lake that the dam made. Man, it was a pretty cool video.
Yeah.
Pretty cool area. It was really neat
Yeah.
looking.
I think Mountain Home Reservoir. It's near Fort Garland.
That sounds familiar. Mountain Home.
And that's where they have. I think it's a F-86 or something that on a pole there, and it's their war memorial for the county, and they have the fighter jet on the pole there with the guy with the helmet, the boots and the memorial for the fallen soldiers and stuff,
That's
and
the
all the
one you
names.
use. That's the one you use as an avatar, right?
Yeah, I had that as the background. Yeah,
Yeah.
with the sunset behind it.
Yep.
And I tried to hide the pole of the plane and all that. It came out good. I don't think you can do that on this program. The StreamYard, it doesn't do backgrounds. Unless I don't want to push the more button.
It's your first time out. Don't get cocky now, Bill.
Well, StreamYard is working okay for me.
Yeah. It seems no different, really.
It's free.
I'd have to say my favorite video is when you're out in the Missouri River, Arkansas River, I think it is.
Yep.
And you're looking at those rocks, and it's like it looked like a fucking chest. You remember that? You had a wetsuit on and shit. You had your GoPro on the bottom of that staff you used to carry.
That was the Arkansas River in Wellsville.
Yeah. When I seen that, Bill, and you're talking like 2016, 2017, man, it was early on in mine. I'm thinking, holy shit, I got to up my game. Look at this fucker, man. God damn, I got to get out there.
And that's runoff from the snow. And that one right at the river, there was a big hit. It looked like a hand doing this.
Yeah, that whole area you was in, and you were around like this little eddy. It looked like a big boulder was there, and this little eddy. And you put the stick down, and fuck it, you can't pan to like the right. I was like, holy shit, that looks like a 10 by 10 fucking bronze chest.
Yeah, that's why I went swimming in there to get a closer look. I got back, look at the video. I better go look at that. And then to get there, I entered the river from the other side, and I swam across the river. I just swam out into the stream and floated down there. And I was a long distance swim. I swam 500 freestyle, and I swim 500 yards in like 5 minutes and 20 seconds. I swam a mile in 17 minutes.
Watching that video, it encouraged me to up my game, man. I had to do something, man. Look at this. I got to get out there and compete with this shit. Look what's going on.
That was March 10th. March 10th. So winter was hardly over.
Yeah.
Wasn't over. And I'm out there swimming in the fucking river.
Through that whole segment, you're like, oh, this is cold. Oh, it's cold. I'm like, oh, God damn.
Everything's shriveled up and gone inside.
Turtle.
That's when your balls retreat to where the ovaries go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite video, man. That one right there. It encouraged me, Bill, to get up off my ass and run around nature.
You see my video where I was up Tucker Ponds up on the hill, and and I was in weeds that were up. The grass was as high as my shoulders.
I don't remember that one.
And it was like swampy, and it was on top of on a flat part of the side of a mountain, you know, where you would not expect there to be a swamp, you know, but it was a lot like Vietnam. And then you find some place like, oh, some animal slept here. Well, was it a bear or an elk? You know, um, but I was up there. I didn't have Jack then. I was out there all alone doing those searches, and I thought I was going to have a heart attack climbing up some of them hills.
Yeah,
Have stopped
a few of the areas of your videos, man. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah. You know why he wanted Canada on the map?
Why?
Well, the water high was Alberta Park Reservoir at 10,200 feet. And Alberta has Rocky Mountains in Canada. So it would the map, if he had Alberta on them, if he had Canada on the map, it would have had Alberta on there.
Aha.
Because Alberta was a clue to Alberta Park Reservoir in Colorado. And that's Alberta Park Reservoir is, I think it's on Wolf Creek Pass ski area property. You have to go through the ski area to get there.
If he would not have said in the mountains north of Santa Fe, if he would have not like made it kind of generalized or gave the impression it was the Rockies, I guarantee I would have, and probably everyone else would have started in Laos looking for that waterfall and that tombstone, those French soldiers. Everyone would have, I think.
Well, I do have the one waterfall that's right by the thing I call Fenn's Totem, and I called that Forrest Fenn Falls because it's really just a water. It's a trickle most of the year, but in spring runoff, it's that beautiful cascade. It looks like a veil, you know.
Is that the waterfall you used to have on your opening of Fanatic?
At the end of the Fanatic, the waterfall at the end, no. It's the one I call Forrest Fenn Falls.
That's a pretty cool area that you had that Spanish band doing the background music. That falls pretty that looked pretty high, man. At least 400 feet.
Oh yeah, that's Treasure Falls.
Yeah, that's one of those that's straight off a fucking ledge, man. It's like straight down.
Yeah, it's phew. It's not a cascade. The pretty one was the cascade one, and when I flew the drone for that, I launched the drone from near the base of the waterfall, and you got to go straight up so you don't hit any trees going up, and then I flew it up toward the waterfall, and then I flew it backwards, and then flew it straight back into it. And I had to make a couple adjustments turning it. But yeah, that come out pretty neat. I'd like to pan the bottom of that for gold.
What mountain range is that?
That's the San Juan Mountains. That's right below Treasure Mountain. Treasure Mountain is known to be shaped like a hat. The Victoria Peak and all that. The stories about Victoria Peak, and they say there's a mountain north of the sands and all, that's shaped like a hat, and that's Treasure Mountain. And there's supposed to be 30 million in gold hit there. That the French were 300 Frenchmen were chased out of there, and only 3 of them made it out. So that's why the French graves. Nobody thought of that, huh? But people don't put that together, you know.
Right.
Settlers like this, but not this, you know. So to say Yellowstone, there's nothing subtle. It's got to be like Yellowstone, but not Yellowstone. Like the Madison River, but not the Madison River. You know?
Right.
And like the dude, but not the dude. That's why the Lonesome Dove cabins, the Lonesome Dove and Moon Valley cabins and RV park are right. The Dove and the Moon, the crescent moon and the Dove. The Moon Valley is a crescent moon. The valley is in the crescent. You know.
I still like to believe that story he tells about squirting down the main street in front of the dude, the street, or squirting down the street in front of the dude. He was pissing in my eye because he said he pissed all over Skippy's car just for the hell of it. He's not squirting water. In my opinion, he was pissing down. He was pissing on it.
Well, I'm glad it rained and snowed several years on that car before I grabbed it then.
Yeah.
Had a thought and it just went whew. The thought just escaped my head.
Happens all the time, Bill. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, probably need to burn one with you. Well, somebody posted on Facebook that they got Facebook jail for saying something about weed.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, my God, you know. There's supposed to be a new social media thing coming out that's it's true media or something like that. Where they don't censor you.
Oh shit. Yeehaw. It's like the old West, man. Count me in.
Yeah.
Well, if someone got, I don't go on Facebook, but if they got Facebook jail for like talking weed, what about all these pictures of people holding guns or bags of money and dope and jewelry? And what about that, man?
Oh, I've shared my smoke 'em if you got 'em videos, and they don't get, you know, it's just wherever there was some, you know, because they're moderate. They're the people that report are just regular users that say, I want to report this.
Oh, a bunch of Karens, huh?
Yeah, a bunch of Karens.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, like Karen Slanderson.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking biddies. That's all we need. I bet you they buy all their jewelry and perfume from Avon.
Yeah. Oh, look at mini me. Put him over his side. I need something with it. I need something that need to make something the prop thing to have all these things out here, you know, or put a shelf to put them on back here. You'd blend in. You couldn't. Isn't he well hidden there? He's like camouflage.
I know he's there, so I can see the outline, but otherwise, yeah, it'd take you a while to catch that one. If you got any old metal hangers, man, you can like fashion little holders with stems coming up.
Yeah. Oop. 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 What's that? Where's that going? Right there, huh? Get this off of here. There. They got one of them.
Is that a real one?
Yeah, it's a real one.
And it's on a Seagram's bag?
It's mine, but it's not mine.
Right.
I have it hanging on a Seagram's bag because it's purple and it matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real one. You'd think they put their name on the back, but it just says for military merit. Friend of mine gave that to me. And then he died
Ouch.
not long after that. So somebody, what are you gonna do? Throw it in the grave with them? I don't know. But yeah, you don't want to be buried with anything. That way, people don't dig you up to steal your treasures. Didn't Forrest know that? If you,
Well, in my point of view, it's I understand the sentimental value, but it's a waste. It's a waste. It's just
yeah,
going to fucking rot in the ground, man. Especially like it's a favorite ring. Well, pass that whatever, pass it on. You know they put rings and little trinkets. Hell, pass it on, man. Tell the story.
yeah, and Forrest, his whole thing about leaving his bones, and then he was cremated. You know, they say he was
Make
cremated.
Yeah, makes you think, huh?
I mean, when I go, I know my where my great great grandfather is, my great great grandmother. There's they're in a plot. Their graves are in this plot. It says father and mother, and he's a Civil War veteran. You know, Grand Army of the Republic things on his and all that. And so there's father and mother, but then none of his children are, and it's got the concrete barrier around the family plot.
Right?
And there's just father and mother. The rest aren't there. So it's like, hey, put me in the family plot right there next to my great great grandparents. You know, that's the one that was in the Civil War
Right.
and
Yeah,
fought
that'd be
with
pretty
Old Abe
cool.
the Screaming Eagle. He was shot through the left arm, left shoulder, 58 caliber mini ball. Went all the way through him, came out through his right shoulder, and he lay there for 3 days before a general found him. And general says, "If you give me your hand, I'll help you up, soldier." And he says, "Go to hell! I'll get myself up." If you got shot through both shoulders, it's don't touch me.
So
You know?
is this in a cemetery or like a family plot off by itself?
No, it's in a cemetery.
I know around just in the area of Central Ohio I'm in,
Yeah,
you go out in the country and there's family plots like all over, spread out all over the place, and they're usually like in the middle of a cornfield now. But yeah, they got drives to them, and you can go visit them. They're all over the place.
yeah, yeah. His grave's Christopher Darius Gorman. It's on Find a Grave, and you see there's a white eagle on top of his gravestone. I put that there. It wasn't
Cool.
white when I put that there. It was a bald eagle. It was painted, but the paint's gone and it's just the white porcelain left. So there's a white porcelain eagle sitting there.
Nice.
It probably dissolved to nothing after. I don't know, but I figure he paid for that family plot, and so there's already, it's already paid for, right?
Yep.
So all they got to do is dig the hole and put me in there.
Well, if I'm lucky enough to have a heads up on when my expiration date, I'm going to Wyoming, a beautiful valley with 10 pounds of rotting roast in a backpack, and I'm going to wrestle me a grizzly. I'm going to let nature bury me, man.
Yeah.
I just hope
Well,
I'm lucky enough to do it.
One reason one reason I don't want to be cremated, I want to be put in the ground, is I want to be recycled. Give life to something else.
Yep. Go fight a grizzly bear.
No, I think mine's gonna be given to the woolly worm. Here's what Jack gets for treats.
Carry outs.
Yeah.
Bacon flavored?
Bacon and beef. Beef and
Bacon and
bacon
beef.
flavor. Yeah. It's like beef in the middle and bacon wrapped around the outside.
I never could understand. There's picky dogs out there. Like you said, he was looking at his food dish wine, and dogs get
Yeah.
picky at what they eat, but they'll sit there and lick their ass and fucking balls all day long. I'm like, really? Really? And you're fucking picky about this shit? Come on.
Yeah, Jack's always licking his balls.
Yep, they always do.
You notice Granny's onto the bullet.
Yeah, yeah.
And who was it was accusing me of being Granny and accusing me of being you know who. and then you okay, he's joking because we know that's not true.
Yeah,
we know I'm not any of them.
I got accused of being Granny. Sure.
I think Jack Gorman is Jack Stoof.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'll go along with that. I did notice Granite Pappy. Yeah, Granite Pappy came out. I'm like, wow, that's a new one, man. I ain't see Granite Granny I'm like, oh, get Pappy in here. What the hell? Make it a family affair.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put up a banana and a screwdriver, I think. I thought that was kind of nostalgic.
Yeah.
You know, grab every banana. Kind
Uh-huh.
of makes you think. Yeah, kind of makes you think.
Yeah, but that's like a banana daiquiri or something. A banana screwdriver. What's that?
Yeah.
Banana with rum or banana with vodka?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Whoopi. Dogs do that because they can. Yeah. Yeah. You'd lick yours too if you could, Street.
I never said I wouldn't, but that's beside the point. I'm not picky. If I did that, I wouldn't be picking what I ate.
I mean, seeing the mountainsides is wonderful. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had New Year's Day. We got snow here. No snow since. That's the only snow this winter so far. you know. But remember Forrest Fenn? He mentioned Wyoming, Montana, northern Colorado, and New Mexico. I think one of them he used New Mexico, and he didn't say anything about southern Colorado. Southern Colorado is it? No. And even Ben, his search area. Oh, my search area is the same as Kyle Sandow. And it's like that area, and it's like Forrest said, it's not within 50 miles of there, so you know that's not right. And my area is more than 50 miles from there, and it's still in southern Colorado.
Right.
But he said people were searching. Oh yeah, people were searching in northern Colorado. That's what Forrest said. They were searching in northern Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, and New Mexico. But he didn't say anything about people searching southern Colorado because that can't.
Didn't he say something about time to shut down the northern search area? And then he said northern Colorado, Wyoming, Montana. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, when he shut it down, he said northern Montana, Wyoming, northern Colorado. But there was another time I caught him, and which video was it? I watched the what was the other bookstore? Moby Dickens interview. I think he said that's where he said New Mexico, Northern Colorado, Wyoming, and Montana. And he'd leave Southern Colorado out because that's where it was. Some of these areas, I find these rock sculptures are like in areas like this area. There's the Spanish Trail area, the tunnel area, the Treasure Falls area, and the La Garita area are all different areas, but each of them could be like a city, you know. And so if there were 7 cities, might be. And there's a story of some guys finding an entrance in this area. I've been searching, looking for the entrance because it goes into a cave, and the cave goes deep into the mountain, and then they reach a room where there's these shelves like on the walls of the cave with primitive gold bars stacked up in there. So that I'd like to find that.
And that's in Colorado?
Yeah, it's called Dead Man's Cave. Dead Man's Cave treasure, Colorado. Some people think it's up near Sawgash, and it's like, no, I think you're a little off. I think I know the area here because even the topo map is Dead Man's Cave Gulch. And even the Columbine was part of my solution because the Columbine is the rainbow. Represents colorful Colorado.
Is that their motto or whatever? That's what they're known for?
No, it's the state flower because it has yellow that represents the sun, the white that represents the snow, and the blue represents the sky, you know.
Okay.
It represents the colors of Colorado.
Colorado is a beautiful state, man. It really is.
Yeah. If you gone through like on I-70, you didn't see much of Colorado.
Yeah. Well, I know coming in on 70, it's freaking like flat farmland. There's a bunch of like farm implement shops and like cattle. It's just flat as shit, man. It looks like Kansas.
Oh, yeah, it is right next to Kansas.
And then as soon as you hit the Rockies, the east side of the Rockies and up and over, it's like a whole different country, man. Doesn't even look the same.
Yeah. Yep, there's all these little towns. They're all unique, and you know they're old mining towns and stuff, and they don't have the big Spanish influence like Mexico and Arizona and stuff. You know, because it's more minor influenced.
Yeah.
And there's a cart of silver coin, a wagon of silver coins that went off a hill somewhere that they never found.
Well, how many miners back in the day, 1800s, found a good vein of silver, gold, and got snowed in, man? Stayed too long mining, whatever, got snowed in, died, and hell, they could be dotted throughout the rocky part of Colorado.
Well, they sent in 1858, I think, around there. They sent John C. Fremont to find a railroad path near the 38th parallel to get over the Rockies. And he had 35 guys or something like that. And they had a real heavy snow, and they got stuck, and they lost all their mules and stuff. And I guess they were living off the mules for a while, and they tried to get out of there. And so then they left all that meat behind, and they got over to where Cathedral Campground is. That's a church in the Rockies. and they were stuck there, and 10 guys died, and they cannibalized them.
Yeah.
And so, I grew up in Fremont. I went to high school in Fremont. And they never told us that he was a cannibal.
Was that the name of their football team, the Cannibals?
No, we were the Vikings. We were the Vikings, and the uniforms looked just like the Minnesota Vikings. We had the Viking horns on the helmet, and yeah. But what else? Yeah, we had Pathfinder Day parade because he was the Pathfinder. John C. Fremont's known as the Pathfinder, like Lewis and Clark. See, that's why he says find a substitute in the book twice. He says find a substitute, find a substitute. What he says twice is important. Let's a double blazes. What he says twice, 22. His birthday's 22 twice. But what he says twice, find a good-looking rock and stuff. That's important because that's where Moses is, in a rock. But in the Buffalo Cowboy, it kind of looked like it. Well, I thought it was a gas can at first, but it turned out to be the gas tank of a car. I thought it was the back. It was at the back, the front of the car. I can't tell, But it come down to it, it's a 1930 Model A, just like Eric Sloan's book, the sketchbook of Roadside America, Return to Taos. And that Model A is all through the book.
Yep.
Santa Fe. United States tires are good. Oh, crazy dog scratching at the door again. Have you seen the thing that somebody posted on my single RVers group? The picture, the dog had scratched at the RV door so much that it made a hole in the door.
What kind of a dog was it?
Huh?
What kind of a dog was it?
Pit bull.
Yeah. Pit bull or Rottweiler.
Yeah. Just scratch until they. And somebody was talking about Wonder Hussy, and my neighbor, he was following Wonder Hussy, because I told him about Forrest Fenn. He discovered Wonder Hussy and all that, and he was following her and thought, wanting her to come over to his place and whatever, all that stuff. And then a week or so ago, he told me he said, "To hell with that bitch." Now, I guess she had a video of her cat was scratching at the screen door. It was a metal screen, and the screen pulled the claws off the cat, and she just let it keep going. Whatever. But that disgusted him, and he's done with her.
Wow.
Yeah, I ain't seen the video.
I watch her videos.
Yeah.
I like when she goes to the hot springs.
Huh?
I like when she goes to the hot springs out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah. Are those minus A's? Those are A minuses, aren't they?
I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah, I think it's probably dangerous. Dangerous. I don't think I'd want to Yeah, people have baggage and other things they pack along with them, right? Okay. What would you
Well, it's,
think if you notice reading in an old book that the dots under a microscope were actually dots and asterisks mixed up? You think there's some kind of code in there? No, I think that that's just as fine as the printer can print. So many dots per inch. When it's printed, it's a dot matrix, and either the dots are packed in tight or they're loosely for to make black or gray in any picture, right? Street.
yeah, yeah, the way they do that. Yeah.
The dot matrix.
If you look at a lot of windshields in cars, you'll see that black dots that go up like in the shading area at the top to keep the
Yeah.
sun as that built in. You'll see that dot pattern of sprayed in like paint.
Yeah.
Diffuser, or yeah, diffuses the light.
Uh huh. And they even have glasses that have little lines or holes that you don't need to for just looking through those holes. Little holes brings everything into better focus.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm at the store and I can't read the price tag and I don't have my reading glasses, you go and you look through, you make a little hole, look through there, and it's in focus. Like right now, the chat, I can read the chat looking through a little, just look through a little hole. If you ain't got glasses on.
Like an old pirate looking through his little telescope with a little telescope thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't want to turn a blind eye. That was a hornblower, right?
Yeah.
Admiral Nelson. He was blind, and they said, "Oh, see the enemy coming over there," and he puts the telescope up to his blind eye. I don't see anything. Because he wanted to engage him, kept sailing toward him, I guess, or whatever. Scratch at the door one more time, Jack, and I'll let you in. It's 27 out there. It's not below zero.
He's got his coat on, don't he?
Yeah, he's got a fur coat. And I went to Walmart. I usually get the for my syrup for my Eggos. I would get the log cabin natural maple syrup. They have their original and their corn syrups, but they also have the real maple syrup. And Walmart doesn't have them. You don't have my syrup that I like anymore. Shit. So I got the original high fructose free.
Do you have a GFS, Gordon Food Supply, in your area?
No.
It must be a East Coast thing. They supply they started out supplying like restaurants, right? With like you name it, they got it, man. As far as food products, they have these French toast sticks, and man, they are the best fucking French toast sticks I've ever had in my life. You get a big old bag of them for like, I don't know, $5-6. They are freaking delicious. When you said maple syrup, I'm like, French sticks, French toast sticks.
Dizzy Dean says he never heard of Wonder Hussy. She interviewed Forrest Fenn.
Yeah, I remember back in 2016, she was around. Or the video. I remember watching her video back in 2016. I know she made videos about going to Forrest's house before that. Her and a friend. She took a friend with her.
Come on, Jack. Come on. Freaking dog.
That's when I first became aware of her, and then I went on to her YouTube channel. It's like she's going to all these unknown hot springs out in the desert someplace.
Now, how do you think she answered if Forrest said, "Show me"?
Gladly.
No, I think she told him $700, sir.
Well, she is from Vegas. Yeah, that's about the going rate. 7 to a grand.
And then, and then if she did flash him, he'd be like, "Yeah, I got ripped off. There ain't nothing there." Is she on the itty bitty titty committee?
I don't know.
You go, my waffle. Egos, my waffle said the chicken. Yeah. You say I found a video about cracked twat waffles.
About cracked twat waffles?
Yeah, you don't want to crack your twat waffle. There's a thing they show you how to make twat waffles, and you got to be careful not to crack them.
Oh, they're fragile, huh?
Yeah, they're fragile twat waffles.
Oh God!
It's in my community board on YouTube.
I bet you they'd be good with some natural maple syrup on them. That sounds tasty.
Gotta turn that zoom. There. Where was it? There. No, that's Singing in the Rain. And you know, there's that Moses song on. They sing a Moses song in the movie Singing in the Rain. Gene Kelly.
Do they?
Yeah. Moses, Gene Kelly, provided YouTube, Waterflow Music, Moses, Gene Kelly, Donald O'Connor, Singing in the Rain. Where was that? Oh, maybe I didn't put it on the YouTube. It's in my Facebook then. About the twat waffles. Double Blazes University. That's my fan page on Facebook, is Double Blazes University. More Double Blazes. Bullet. They do. Review of twat waffle mold from DB Molds, UK. £8. Skill level, beginner's cost, £8.
£8. That's a big twat waffle.
Yeah, £8 twat waffle.
Holy shit! Leave it to fucking United Kingdom. Come up with an £8 twat waffle.
Yeah. Those are like those a twat waffle. That's like one of them quilted panty liners.
You just took it to a dark place. I was thinking maple syrup, and you had to go dark, Bill. Way to go.
Waffle, yeah.
Just ruined my appetite, man. Shit, my mouth was watering. Nice £8 twat waffles.
I think that's secret sauce. I was 8 pounds, 13 ounces.
That's a pretty big baby, actually. Nowadays, like 6, 7 pounds is like average anymore.
Yeah, and I was 22 3/4 inches. laying on my back. You didn't get that one.
Laying on your back?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I had a hospital record for the longest baby ever born there. I probably still have it because the hospital's gone. Been gone a long time. Yeah, I think that hospital was gone before I got out of high school. But I still, when I got out of high school, I still had the same doctor that delivered me. We used to live in Boonville.
Luli says in chat, I never stripped and never seen one, but people think my name sounds like a bunny name. Laugh out loud. Luli Bell. Well, if I was in New Orleans and I seen on a marquee Luli Bell tonight only, I just picture like little bell, what they call those little nipple covers? What's those little cup pasties? I just see pasties with bells on it. Luli Bell. I mean, no offense, Lulu, it's just what conjures to mind. So yeah, you kind of do have a stripper name. No offense.
Yeah. Like a rabbit, got to have it. It was just a man, ran a gallery or two. Ran a gallery too. Yeah, well, Susie says she'd never seen square bullets before. She thought bullets were all round.
Square bullets.
Well, yeah, this at the end of the chapter, each chapter, there's a bullet at the end of each chapter.
Oh, yeah.
Like a bullet in a presentation. Bullet points.
Yeah.
They're subjects. They're
so
like
if bullet points carry their own, that's like thinking outside the box, right? If you have a bullet point, that's thinking outside the main information being given. So it's thinking outside the box.
But it's that little represented by a little square. So it's inside the bullet is the box. So if the bullet is the box, we don't know, is that the bullet or the box, or is it both? And if the bullet is the box, then I have the box out in my shed. I wish they'd quit playing games and give me my prize. Well, eventually, it's not going to do any good to sue other searchers and stuff, because that other guy, the guy in Arizona, wants to kill everybody, and so there ain't going to be anybody left to sue.
We're all going to die.
Yeah, he's going to plow us all under with the dozer. That guy's making yeah.
Well, as long as he stays out west, I'm okay.
Yeah. As long as he's after K-Pro and them, that's okay with me.
Yep. As long as he stays out west. Do not cross the Mississippi.
I think New Mexico would love to stop him. Yeah, well, if he crosses the state line, I think he's in trouble. How do people get away? You know, how do people get away with so much? The way they're acting, and we don't act that way.
Well, this has been going on for months now. And, he's naming names, he's saying explicit acts of violence. And
Yeah,
yet, I'm talking to Greg in a comment section of a video I made on my old channel, and someone construes it as 2 death threats. I mean, what the fuck? And
yeah,
then I get taken down? What the fuck is
yeah.
that?
Yeah, all you gotta do is quote Forrest Fenn, and two can keep a secret if one of them's dead. Uh,
Well, I'll go with I like your philosophy. I never threw the first mud. It got thrown at me first. And like you
yeah,
always say, don't be surprised. I take 1, 2 handfuls and throw them fucking back.
yeah,
You shouldn't have started to begin with. And then you're going to call foul when I reciprocate the kindness? Man, fuck you. What kind of world do you live in? You can't go around fucking degrading and belittling people and expect
yeah,
them to shut the fuck up for you. I don't know who the fuck. What is you, the high highness of the fucking world?
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't get it, Bill. They
She's
must teach. They must teach that in law college, man. I don't know. I don't get it. I
that,
don't get that concept.
is that a twat waffle tater? Kind of like not a dictator, a twat waffle tater.
Uh, I'm dumbfounded, man. I'm dumbfounded, and they call themselves educated and
Yeah,
humble
yeah.
and educated. What the fuck? I don't know what you don't live in reality. You live in like a fantasy land you created on your own. I don't get it. I never read that chapter of your book, so I don't understand it.
Yeah, I gotta finish reading this one too, and because I know there's some other clues in here besides Forrest Fenn's book is just the negative. This color, negative blue, is brown, or the light. This is light blue, so the negative, that's the light tan color. You know, so and it's the same type of print and all that, and the thrill of the chase. Every chapter ends with a bullet. This one, every chapter ends with a Model A. It puts that little this thing at the end of this one at the end of each chapter. So
That's that Taos book, right?
yeah, return to Taos. See, at the end of there's the start of a chapter. The end of the chapter, there's that is it the same sketch, or are they're the same sketch? And that's the same kind of car that Buffalo Cowboy car. You know,
Yeah.
it's Eric Sloan and his wife taking a trip in 1960, remembering their 1925 trip. And so he wanted to do it in a 1930 Model A. And so that car, that thing, that could be Eric Sloan's car.
Yeah. That was like 30s, right? 20s, 30s?
Well, no,
30.
he did the road trip in 1960, 59 or 60. But
And he
this
said that
book,
the first time he did it was like, I think 30, 25, 30.
1925, yeah. So to take the 1930 Model A on the trip, that meant it had to be the 1960 trip. It
Yeah.
was copyrighted 1960, so yeah, it was probably a year or two, couple years before 1960 they did the trip.
How much was that book, if you don't mind me asking, Bill?
It was like $15.
Hell, that's
There's
not
one
bad.
on eBay right now, $20, I think, plus shipping.
Hell, and he wrote it in the 60s?
50. Well, this is published in 1960, and this
Holy
is a
shit.
first edition.
So it's 60 some years old and it's still getting $20 a book. That's still pretty good, man.
Yeah. One night, for example. I bet that book is not now sold. Let's see. AD2TAOS. I think I bookmarked it. Yeah. Yes, it is no longer on eBay. It's gone. Looks like it's gone. You can get paperback copies of it, the newer, you know.
Well, the publishing company is a pretty well-known publishing company, if I remember right. You read it the other night. I've heard it before. They're still around.
Yeah. Yes, the one with the original, like this one, is gone. There are more modern printings of it. Oh no, there it is, $20, $3.82 shipping. Return to Taos, a sketchbook of roadside Americana by Eric Sloan. There we go. Oh. Now I got to be right back. I don't know where. Oh, dang it. 98695. There. Okay. Now it's not on eBay anymore.
Now you see it, now you don't.
Yeah. I'll auction it off on a later video. It has the dust jacket on the dust jacket's in better condition than the one I have. So one, the dust jacket, and this one is a little faded on the edges and stuff, and then down here in the corner. So I'll keep the better one. I cornered the market. Frozen. Oh. Yeah, and I'm still waiting for Elon Musk to get me a Starlink dish. And then I can stream from my computer.
Yeah, yeah.
Which might not, these My computer is 8 years old. Got 2013. So yeah, maybe 9 years old now, huh? Yeah, next year it'll be 10 years old. So yeah. Oh, where did I send it? I don't remember which address. It's going to my mailbox, I'm pretty sure. Oh. Yep. I hate that you know the county and stuff, and I'm here with my RV. This thing has a driveway that was given an address in the probably in the 60s or something, and since those people left and left nothing here, you know the address is still registered, but it's not on the post office list. Well, if your address isn't on their database as you that you're authorized to be there by the county, you know, then they won't deliver mail to you. And I think that's pretty much criminal. That's like that's all against my rights.
So does anybody else around you have mail being delivered to them?
Yeah, the guy I have to have it delivered 2 blocks away at my friend's house.
Huh.
If I want it, you
Yeah,
know.
if they're already in the area, I don't see why what the issue is.
Um, they're lazy. They're just fucking lazy. They want to get out of any work they can get out of. So yeah, I'm going to write a letter to my congresswoman, Lauren Boebert, about that bullshit. You know, they try and say, oh, you can't live on you have to have a permit and this and that before you can live on your land. It's like, no, I have a God-given right to live on my own land. You don't have a right to get in between me and that. The county does not have rights. You live under the law. We have rights. The government has to obey the laws of the people. They don't like that. Got quiet.
I was just looking at I forgot I'm on my phone and I just looked down and it's on 7%. So I hurried up and plugged it in.
Oh,
Like, oh shit, I didn't even see it, man.
yeah, I keep mine plugged in. Oh, and that other time, my battery had just gone dead.
Yeah, that was weird, man. I mean, the last thing, Shy Guy and I sitting there talking, last thing I looked down at the screen and your screen went sideways and then it just died. I'm like, what the hell? But the only reason I wasn't concerned is because I became the host, man. So I was
Yeah,
like, no, if he just kind of like fell out or whatever, he couldn't have hit the host button. The host, you disappeared. The host said, "I'm the host." I'm like, "Oh shit, okay." Well, I
yeah.
instantly thought the same thing. He must have had his battery died or something,
It
lost
must
internet.
go over to the first person that joined in.
Well, hell, it was like 8, 9 hours. I think 9 hours, man. It was a lot. I jumped in probably about an hour into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I have his book on freedom, the bells. There's something about the bells and stuff.
Of Sloan's.
Yeah, yeah. It was one with the American flag on it and all. Oh, Spirit of '76. And it's the same as another book he had, just a different title, but he put it back out, you know, with a different cover and
He
stuff
wrote a
for
lot of he wrote a lot of books, didn't he?
bicentennial. Um, well, when this is his fifth book, so he didn't have many when this came out. He lists his other books right in the beginning here. Burp, burp.
So hell, he wrote books for like over 40 years after this one, right?
Other books by Eric Sloan, and he has The Seasons of America's Past, American Yesterday, Our Vanishing Landscape, and American Barns and Covered Bridges. And if you go on Facebook, I have a page. It's Oregon's Historic Covered Bridges, and I have a link for a map that has all the bridges in Oregon, 50 something covered bridges in Oregon.
That's a lot of covered bridges for out west.
And I have pictures of about half of them in there.
Hell, out east, there's a lot of covered bridges in the eastern states.
Yeah, well, most of them in Oregon have been completely restored.
Historic, yeah, they got the historical marker on them, I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, and they've taken them completely apart and rebuilt them.
Yeah.
You know, some with new timbers, but exactly the same way on a lot of it. Probably the new timbers are probably treated, and they'll probably last a lot longer than the originals too.
Yeah. Yep.
But there was one in what's this Central? What's the name of that town in the middle of Oregon? But they have a railroad covered bridge.
I don't know if I've ever seen a railroad covered bridge. I don't think I have.
Yeah, and so there'd be train there. When they restored it, they didn't put the train tracks in. They just had two copper or bronze strips where the tracks would be on the floor, you know, going through it, so people wouldn't trip over them. You know, they got to worry. Well, somebody might hurt themselves on it. People that drag their feet when they walk. If you're on the edge of a cliff, make sure and pick your feet up. You drag your feet, off the cliff you go.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, woman.
Man, I got this last time I re-upped on my weed. I got this weed. I don't care if I take even like little hits or like one solid hit like a cigarette. Man, it just explodes in my lungs. I don't know what the hell. It just explodes.
Probably because you got some COVID variant.
Probably, man. It's been floating around for since January. It's been floating around my family.
You know, they say you can tell if you got COVID because you lose your sense of taste and smell.
Yeah.
And so that I had that before there was COVID. I had COVID. And I went to the hospital, you know, because my sinuses they looked like brain fluid coming out my nose, you know. No. And I had sinus surgery a few months after that.
Yeah.
And that fixed things up. And so I take more vitamins since then too. I take 2,000 2,000 IU or milligrams of vitamin C every day. D3, 5,000 IU. Take collagen and all that. The collagen, if you got achy joints and stuff, that collagen helps a lot. They're for back and joints. I had trigger finger, and I took collagen, and the trigger finger went away.
Yeah, it hydrates your joints. Yeah, bone meal's good too. Bone meal. Yeah, bone meal tablets.
Oh, that's why I'm smoking it. I ain't ate my brownie for today. Good brownies. Down to 4 brownies.
Out of how many?
And like I said, I made them on New Year's Day or whatever. And I had 9 brownies the last 9 days. I found if I eat a whole one, I'm like, oh man, I gotta lay down. So I eat half of one. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, when I make I was getting the brownies out of the pan, and Jackie's like, "Can I have one?" No. It's chocolate and it's a brownie, and it's marijuana. Somebody had a picture on Facebook of this Gran Sasso in Italy. This is in the Alps, and there's a figure of a woman in the picture. You know, it looks like a woman and stuff, but it's the top. It's like the crest or the of the mountain, you know. And it looks like but it's like they had to have photoshopped it, because when you go on Google Earth and look at it, it's like, okay, where is that? I don't see it. But I think I see where some of it come from. It's on the slope of the mountain, but there's a huge tunnel that goes through that mountain too. That is, I'll measure it. Miles, yes. 5 miles.
A 5-mile tunnel?
Yeah.
For water?
No, highway.
Oh, highway.
Is it no? A24 is the highway that goes through this tunnel in Italy. I think it goes from Italy to Switzerland.
5 mile, that has to hold the world record for longest tunnel, right?
Yeah, I think there were some shows on it. That's upside down or something. Oh, sideways. No, it's not over by. Wow, it's down the peninsula in Italy. It's over there just how many miles from Rome? This mountain. come on, move out of the way thing. Whoop. 67 miles from Rome to the east, a little northeast. Gran Sasso. There's a mountain range there. I didn't know there was a mountain range like that in Italy. How tall is the mountain?
Up north, I think they like where France, northern Italy. I think there's a mountain range.
Yeah. Well, this one's in the middle of Italy.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of any down below at all.
It's 67 miles northeast of Rome.
Hell, that's right in the heart. That's right in the heart of the country, then, isn't it?
There's some other mountains north of there. Yeah. Yeah, snow-capped peaks and shit, 10,000-foot mountains. 8,000 foot over here, this other mountain. So, but they got the volcanoes too. And even one in Sicily, Mount Etna is erupting, right?
Yeah, that's Sicily. That's definitely an active volcano.
Yeah.
Which kind of begs to wonder, why in the fuck would anybody build close to an active volcano, like over in Hawaii, and then they freak out that it happened? Oh, I wasn't expecting this. Well, you're living in the whatever, the vault, the lava flow area of an active volcano.
Yeah. Well, you got to be wise. You got to go, okay, if it erupts and starts spewing, lava starts coming down, you don't want to live in the valley where it's going to come right through you.
I'll give you an example. There's a town close to me, and it's a little old town, and there's I think it's the Scioto River. Yeah, the Scioto River runs through it, like downtown, and it floods, Bill, every fucking year. There's like 4, 5, 6 foot of water downtown in the downtown area, and yet they keep coming back year after year after. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, my phone, my picture is froze up. I don't know if I gotta go YouTube on the computer and look, see if it's still running. Maybe StreamYard has no, it's still live. See if I'm moving on there. Yeah. Yeah, it's still going live. I don't think the chat is updating on my screen.
I
think I got to refresh my page.
No, it says 226. Mine's running on the other phone.
Mine says 220.
226. Dillard Denton commented.
Yeah. Yeah, out on the highway looking for adventure is the last comment on my screen. Dizzy, don't forget. Luli and Dillard made comments after that.
Yep. It just must have been on your end, Bill.
Yep. Yeah.
This is the first time you've used StreamYard, right?
Yeah. Well, my let me try this way here. Yeah, boop, there, that worked. I hit the button to show me everything that was running on the phone, and then pick this right back to it, and that refreshed it. Now it's running, but it's not showing your little square.
Yeah, I did disappear. It was showing both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, I hear you. Participant says you're there. mm. mm. These THC brownies, man, it's still hard to, because the chocolate, the pot is overpowering the chocolate.
yeah.
So would I put a few spoons of sugar in the next batch to sweeten it up a little more? They're good. A bonnet, yeah. That car part I have is called a bonnet. Oh, banner. Oh, example of a banner. Okay. And are these scrolling? Yes, they're scrolling. All springs have purpose. Yeah, my search area has a couple feet of snow on it. Most of it. But I still think Jack Dempsey's house and the bell in front of his house was part of it. Because the bell rings at the end of the fight, right?
Right.
And Jack Dempsey had to fight with Willard in Toledo, Ohio in 1919, and the bell did not ring. So, ring my bell to please my ghost. When that cowboy hit Forrest, that cowboy rang Forrest Fenn's bell. Your head's a bell. Bam. That's why in the cartoons, he gets hit in the head and his head goes boom.
Yeah.
So
I like watching old time boxing matches because when the opponent gets knocked down, the other one just stands over. There was no standing 8 count. As soon as he got up off his feet, they started pounding on him again. Hell, I watched one fight. I think it was one of Dempsey's, and the dude Dempsey wasn't a big guy, right? In the boxing, he was fighting this fucking giant guy, and he knocked him down like
no,
10
Dempsey was
times.
6'5".
He knocked
He's
him down like 10 times in one round, man. He was just knocking the fuck out of this guy.
Yeah. That might have been Cowboy Luttrell was a wrestler, and he had a fight with Cowboy Luttrell.
That might have been the fight, but he just beat the shit out of this dude.
He knocked him out of the ring. Knocked him through the ropes. He punched him, and Luttrell went right through the ropes out onto the floor.
Humiliated him.
He humiliated him. And then Cowboy Luttrell was pissed off, and he shows up at Jack Dempsey's restaurant in 1941 in New York City. And Jack says, "Hi, Cowboy." And Cowboy proceeds to blindside him and hold him on the floor and pound his face in. And that's the cowboy ringing Jack Dempsey's bell. And then Jack Dempsey has a Liberty Bell in front of his birthplace home.
He held a grudge, didn't he?
Yeah.
He must have been a narcissist.
That's like when I told Forrest, I said 3 may keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. Because I was quoting Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin was the one that coined that term.
Yeah.
And Forrest changed it to 2 and 1 instead of 3 and 2. And Oh, so I told Forrest 3 may keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. He said, "Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me?" Well, he was poking me in the chest right here, you know. and then Tom Hardy was right behind him on the other side, and then Forrest turned around. Tom says he turned around and just put a big smile on his face after he did that to me because he was pulling my leg, you know.
Yeah.
He was teasing me.
I did notice a strange thing about the 3 pictures on the dust cover of the Thrill of the Chase, the marbles in the circle, um, an international distress SOS sign is a triangle. Did you know about that, Bill?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is a triangle,
Okay.
especially with aviation. It like a lot of people if they're stranded, like we'll say out on a beach in a tropical island or in a snowy area, you do
And
a
there's
triangle.
the 3 marbles too. The 3
Yeah,
marbles.
yep, the 3 marbles and the 3 pictures. That's a distress call for help. That's an SOS.
But then
So
do
when
the
I
twins make a 4th picture? It's just that not framed. I don't know.
Yeah, I found that's always stuck in my mind is that it's a triangle, man. Triangle, triad, 3. He mentions 3 a lot. SOS.
And is that the bomb?
That's a fuel tank.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, fuel tank. My model fell off the walls yesterday and broke. My F100 model. I need another. I had it in, when I come back from Fembury. I had it in the car and the sun hit it and melted the wings. So it got a little hot. But I have the box that the model came in, and it's signed by Forrest, F100 model. That's a good souvenir from Forrest. He
Yeah.
didn't know if he wanted to sign that for me either. But after he made Eric Sloan sign all those napkins and things, right?
Yep.
And how do we know that the art, maybe some of the art, the drawings in the Thrill of the Chase were drawn by Eric Sloan? Maybe some of them. I notice it's not really the same drawing. This guy's more lines, and Eric Sloan uses all the lines to make shadows and stuff.
Yeah, like a yeah.
He draws more like what's in the money. But I think Forrest brought the guy pictures of some of these rock things on or something, or Forrest drew something and the guy just tuned them up or something, you know. Forrest told him, draw this, but draw it better. There
He
is that
definitely
one.
he definitely talked Eric Sloan up, didn't he? Like he was Eric Sloan was his mentor.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the book is so similar to the Road to the Taos book.
Well, if I'm doesn't Forrest pretty much say that if it was Eric Sloan he sold Eric Sloan paintings, right? That pretty much made him rich. That's what
Yeah,
started him on being rich was getting associated with Eric Sloan.
yeah,
Maybe Eric was like his lucky rabbit's foot, his muse.
yeah.
And if that's the case, it'd be prudent to read up on Eric Sloan to find out if Eric was Forrest's mentor, he's going to look up to and emulate him. Yeah, there's could be
Kind of
something there.
copied his book. And there you go. The Road to Taos book is a road trip. And so is Forrest Fenn's book. It's a road trip down a certain highway.
It's a road trip through his memories too. It's a road trip through his life.
Yeah. And I got some pictures here. I can for this thing. I don't know if it'll do it. No. Huh. There's no button to turn the camera around on the phone.
There's no share on my screen either.
Yeah,
So
there's no share. That's why I need my Starlink so I can do it from the computer and have all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't have the amount of the data for mobile hotspot to do it from the computer. And I think I'm unlimited speed on the computer right now too, because probably got my limit of mobile hotspot. Keys, logo, maybe down here. I have a picture of you know, there's the story of him getting woke up at the teacher waking him up from his dream. And that's on the canyon walls. There it is. Boop. I can get the phone off of here. Just turn it around and show you. I can't see what it's showing, but I know where the camera is on the phone. But here's the teacher waking him up. There he is on his desk sleeping. And there's the teacher standing there with the books in her arms, like that. Just like this. You know? So here's the kid. Here's the desk. There's the kid sleeping on the desk. This is the teacher. There's her books. And here's her arm around her book. You know?
Yeah. It does look like it.
And that's on the canyon wall. That's quarter mile from Moses. That's by the waterfall. Or yeah. It's between Moses and this Columbine Creek. But you see, his stories are on the canyon walls going along this road, and this you stop at the roadside. If you get a flat tire, you pull off at the pullout. You know, sometimes you had to drive down the road a little. If you get a flat, you can't stop right in the middle of the road. You have to keep going until you get to the next pullout. You know. So I think he was dreaming of Captain Kidd when she woke him up. And right near where that is, just above, if someone ever finds that teacher and him, that teacher waking the kid up at the desk, on the level above that, it's a kind of terrace, you know. So there's another terrace level just above this one, and in the crack in the rocks, I stuck an Anubis coin. It'd be very hard to find without me. Diane is right there.
Well, Bill, I'm going to take off, man. I got to get up kind of early tomorrow. It's been a pleasure, man.
Yeah, I'm about done too. But yeah, you'll see more. They're going to start talking about the bullets more.
Yeah, someone will pick up and run with it, man. They always do.
Oh, yeah, and you know who will be taught? Oh, yap, 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 yap. Oh, Bill Gorman had nothing to do with it. They try and acquire other people's ideas.
Always. And if you're talking about bullets, no matter what reference you use or who you're talking to, there's bound to be someone out there that takes it as a death threat. There's always the death threat Karens.
Yeah, and you know, if you're talking about Atlan, Atlan is the short name for Atlantis. You know?
Well, have a good night, Bill. Everyone in chat, it's been a pleasure, man. Take care.
Yep, nice down your street. Have a good weekend. All right. Just me. Moses must have been stoned. Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm done. Good night. Good night, Lily. Good night, Dillard. Sparky Sparks. Oh, okay. Well, we know who the Sparks are, right? But I went to high school with George Sparks, Diane Sparks, and Nancy Sparks. The Diane and Nancy were twins, and some reason they both deceased now. I didn't know. I don't know what happened, but yeah, you know, high school friends, or actually from elementary school, from third grade on, I knew them in school. But the director of the Denver Museum, his name's George Sparks, and I used to swim against a guy named George Sparks. I heard the one that's director at the museum, is related to Kelly's husband. And next time we go to the VA up there, I want to stop in at the museum. I always go up there, and I'm always in a hurry to come back. And it's hard to, when you got the dog with you, you got to, okay, what am I going to do with the dog while I go in the museum, you know? Oh yeah, I got his service dog thing. He's just my service dog. Yeah, you got to give him the vest and make him look more official. All right. Well, yeah. All right, Dizzy. Well, take it easy. It really sucks to know that you done it and they won't give you your prize. They're playing games. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe they'll give it to me when I go down there and show my art at the gallery. Well, take it easy. What's over here? Have a good night. Have a good weekend. I guess Greg said he's going to be on Sunday. He'll probably call me and have me on there. And I don't understand why he has me on there when they won't let me talk, you know? Anytime I try to talk, Bill can't get in a sentence and they're cutting me off. Shut him down. Oh, you don't talk about that. Don't talk about the real solution. you know, and it's like, shut the fuck up. That's why I have my own channel. So I can talk about what I want to talk about. Put in the most obvious place. Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. It was on his balcony. Yeah, I know. Where he put Moses to weather Moses out on his balcony for 10 years. Then he brought Moses in and put the treasure chest out there. And he had to make 2 trips. uh, yeah. All right. Good night, y'all. See you Sunday.